Me?
Yep, that was me.
That was your third action, so
Yep.
1 draw, 2 draw, 5, 6, 7, 3
Help Mike. Somehow.
draw. No.
Psychosis.
Yeah. So after I take 1 or more horror, I take 1 direct damage. I've got 1 action left. However, I can spend 2 resources to gain an additional action, which I'll do. I'll then spend those 2 actions to discard psychosis. So this is
How do you do that?
using the fast.
Oh, that's your ability.
Yeah, so that's my ability. So I'm pretty good with getting actions going. So that's a basic weakness, and you can discard it for 2 actions, which I've paid the privilege of having. But that is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I mean, he's made of money, so it's fine.
Yeah. We're sleeping. End of round.
Yeah.
So reset. So you get 1 resource, 1 card, and then everybody readies. We're in the hallway. You're in the cellar. 1 doom. Up to 4. 4 of 7. Mike, see your fate. Dan's already seen the future.
What counts as it being the end of your turn? Is that the end of your actions phase?
Yeah.
Good.
So Dan set me up with this, whatever it is.
Yes.
Go!
Rotting remnants. Test your will point. Test your willpower.
Yeah. Willpower 3.
Against that. Okay. Well.
For every point you fail by, take 1 horror. So
Horror sanity.
even if you take
I've still got 7,
3.
so I'm feeling relatively okay about this. I mean, I've got a thing that could boost me a little bit, but I don't know if I should use it. It might be really good in the parlor. It might not.
Why not? You don't know.
I don't know.
I know.
He knows.
Dan knows. He's seen the future. Alright, so it's 3 versus 3. Hey!
0.
Succeeds.
Nothing.
Great
No.
success.
It's all good.
Dan, you know what this is, so...
Yep. So I have Frozen in Fear.
Ooh.
Goes into my threat area, and the first time I
That's a good one
perform
for
one
you.
of the following actions, move, fight, or evade each round, it costs an additional action. And then at the end of my turn, I can test my willpower, and on success, discard it.
Yep. So you've got willpower of 5, so that's a
Yep.
good card for you.
Yep.
And a
You
ghoul
can have a
minion,
ghoul.
everybody's favourite, comes and fights me. That's fine, not a problem. End of the mythos phase, back to investigation. Mike, you need to get in the hallway at some point during this round, and maybe...
Well, we could. There's no point in completing the cellar, right?
Nope, because we're not playing a campaign, we're not going to push ourselves to try and clear that out for the victory.
I would like to live through this game, please. I'm going to move back into the hallway.
5, 6, 7, 8. Nobody got more than 8 cards in it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So now that I'm back in the hallway, I'm going to. That's 1. So I'm going to play emergency cash, gain 3 resources.
Yep.
I'm short.
There you go. I have one of those. I'll use a heart.
Cool. Well, it's okay. I'm about to spend it anyway.
Okay. Free.
So that goes over here.
Yep.
And then.
Action 2. You've got 1 action left.
What does this symbol mean?
So that's a reaction. So reaction to something happening. This research librarian, for example, triggers off himself entering play.
Okay, well, I will put the research librarian into play.
Yep.
Pay 2 resources for that.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, 1 back, yep.
And then it says, after search your deck for a tome asset, add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. It says, there may have been problems at the Orne Library, as we both know. Given poor Armitage's condition and the other unrelated incidents a few years ago. So I guess this takes place after something bad happened to Armitage.
Yeah, which may or may not be important.
So I probably don't want that, but...
No, you definitely do not want your weakness. Or do you?
Do I? Oh, my weaknesses were right at the bottom. That's annoying.
Well, now you're going to shuffle those back.
How do... Oh, so it's anything that says item tome.
Yeah.
Tote bag. That's cool, I guess. Right, so actually, there's not that many books in here.
You've only got 2 or 3, I think.
Well, I don't want that one.
Yeah. an encyclopedia.
Is that supposed to be Daisy on it?
No, that is... What's her name? Carol, I think?
Right, she's the researcher, isn't she?
Yeah, I don't know. I have ordered the big
That
book of
seems
investigators.
pretty good.
And then I think that's your other one there. Medical texts for healing yourself.
Right, I feel like I want that. I feel like both
well,
of these are good.
I'll be able to heal you a
Well, I'll
little.
take the encyclopedia if you're going to help me out.
Yeah. I'll kill him, help you out, and then we'll be back on track.
So there we go. That's my encyclopedia that I've got. Thanks
What
to
is
my
her name?
researcher.
She's
And then
pretty good in
add
Elder
it
Sign.
to your hand. Shuffle your deck.
Yeah.
She's pretty good in Elder Sign. Okay.
That was your third action, though, right? Move.
Yeah. Played a emergency cache
Yeah.
and then conjured a
money.
research librarian. So does he stay in play now?
Yeah, so he's an ally. You see how he's got his own stats at the bottom? Yeah. Allies have health and sanity themselves. You can use them to take hits for you, and if they ever exceed one of them, then they...
Is that all he does?
Now it is, yeah. He's just there to get you
He's a free
your
hit point.
tools, yeah. Dan, you got any shenanigans for this round before we progress?
There's some bits I can do.
Uh-huh.
So I am going to...
Should we have gone into the parlour? Should I have just gone into the parlour?
We can't go into the parlour just now.
Remember, it's on fire, like, we threw
There's
dirt at
the
it.
big barrier in front of it.
So how come we can't go in yet?
Because...
Because
right, I'll tell you why. The entrance to the parlour is blocked by a darkly glowing unfathomable barrier. You cannot move into the parlour.
But I thought we needed 9 clues and then we could.
Yeah,
Well, 9
so-
clues, and then we solve this, and then we see what happens.
Oh, okay. So we have to solve the... So should I have solved the barrier?
You cannot, because so the objective itself says when the round ends, investigators in the hallway may, as a group, spend the requisite number of clues to advance.
Right.
So that's why we needed you in here, but we can't do it until...
Right.
we're
With you.
all together.
I'm with you. I know how to play this game.
No, it's fine. Like what you find is beyond the basic actions, everything's on the cards, and then you just have to remember what they are. But I've played it 5 times now, so I know what the cards say. You read it once.
Very good.
Yeah. You got any more spells, Dan? You got any?
Right, so I am going
You got
to...
any offensive spells? That'd be great.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Draw.
Well, what I'm going to do is...
There's only 20 cards.
So I'm going to use my Forbidden Knowledge to get
Yep.
a resource.
Take a sanity
So I
thing.
take a horror and zap the
One
ghoul.
on the ghoul. Let's just put him in. Let's just put him in front of me.
I'm then going to...
Is that an action? No, it's fast action.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah.
So one...
Fast ability.
It's a lightning strike. So it's paid ability for Netrunner players.
Yeah. Click 1, take credit.
So first off, I am going to put down my talent for arcane studies.
Yep.
And what that's going to do is let me spend resources to boost either willpower or intelligence
Little look-see.
for the current test.
Yep.
Now, one thing I wasn't sure on previous plays, because this is a...
You can do it multiple
I
times.
can do it multiple times.
Yep.
Excellent. I haven't
As long as you have
done
the
that
resources
yet.
for it, you can pump whatever test you're doing multiple times.
Fantastic. So I'll do that. So that was my first actual action.
Uh-huh.
For my second, I'm going to pay 2 in order to play my weakness, my dark memory, which is going to have the effect of placing 1 doom on the current agenda. So
5.
it could advance, but it's not going to. The reason I'm getting this out of there is because if it's in the hand at my end of the turn, I would take 2 horror, which I'd rather not do. So just getting it out of the way.
I took 2 horror earlier, so you guys wouldn't discard cards. Just saying. Just saying.
It's fine, we've got
But you didn't take 2 horror at the end of every turn.
also true. Yeah.
That's also true.
And then for my third action, I am going to scry the event deck.
Sounds
I
reasonable.
like that you do that.
So there's 3 cards to have a look at.
Yeah.
I'm a
Come
big
back
fan
over
of that ability.
Okay.
Yeah, being able to control what's coming up's really handy. So you're not locked into ghoul after ghoul after ghoul. In the cellar, for example.
With the librarian who has a
Yeah, like
knife.
I'd be alright with that, but so I think actually Roland's the main fighty character, the policeman or the investigator fella, but I've got decent jack of all trades stats. Everybody's stats along the top adds up to 12, I think, 4, 6, 12. Whether that's going to change in future things, I'm not sure.
Right.
But it's interesting that these cards and the investigators here in the core set and the investigators in the deluxe will be able to do multi-faction cards, but the ones in the first cycle are going to be locked into a single faction. So they better release some more cards quickly.
So are these ones all locked into a single faction?
No, so these are locked into 2 factions. You see here, so deck building options, for those that want to get into the deck building. I can have rogue cards, level 0 to 5. So that's those little dots again. Whereas I can have guardian cards, which are the blue cards, level 0 to 2, and neutral cards, level 0 to 5. So I couldn't take something with 3 pips that's blue. I can only have up to level 2.
Interesting.
Like I said, the sooner they come out with some more cards, which what is the living card game for, the more interesting the deck building will be. At the moment, what you've got is fine, gives you a really good intro, good flavour for what to expect, but done. Happy?
Yeah, and so now, does this make the end of my turn then?
This is third action, yet.
So I've done third action, so
Do
now
a
I
test.
can test this. What I am going to do...
I cannot assist.
That's fine. I'm going to...
I could assist.
So, I mean,
but
I
prefer not
don't
to.
really think there's any need to. It's already 5 against 3, and I'm going to use some guts. Stay back! I'll handle this.
Alright.
I'm not... She's a very gruff-voiced waitress. I'm not quite
Yeah,
sure. Chain smoking, you know.
bagged by you.
Can't
So,
get cigarette breaks if we
This
don't smoke.
is 7 against 3, so
Anything
only
but the auto fail.
anything but the auto fail, and if it's successful, I'll be drawing a card. Hopefully, get some more nice, lovely spells.
I'm disappointed by how many more cards.
So
Dan
that's a
has than me.
skull.
Skull is -1 because there's 1 ghoul at your location.
Okay, so still
Yeah, no
success.
problem.
Imagine if there was like 4 ghouls. That'd be really bad.
So that
Yeah.
goes away.
Luckily, we killed them.
And I get a card.
This card killed me in a couple of the single player times I've gone through it. I've got nothing in my deck that's built around giving me extra willpower, and I've only got 2 will, and so I just had it. And every time I wanted to move, every time I wanted to attack, it cost me 2 actions. Luckily, I had more actions than most, but still. And then that's you done.
That is me done.